Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Slow Blink Anime Podcast. My name is Phil.
I'm Candace.
And today we're finishing up season 2 of Kakegurui. We're going over episode 11 and 12. And that's episode 12 is the last episode of the season, and it was a pretty good one. We've got some complaints, I would say, a little bit. Or maybe just critiques. We'll just say that. But it's over episode 11. It's called The X Girl. And episode 12 is called The Zero Girl. And what do you like? Do you remember? We watched these a couple weeks ago. It's been a while since we watched these.
It's been a while. Been a long time, kind of. But from what I remember, and from your notes here, your little summary here, is that they're having this kind of like a final gamble, where it's mainly the main characters. So Yumeko, Mary, what's his name? The Suzui? Something? Yeah, Suzui. The Japanese council girl.
Mm-hmm.
The Ikishima, the nasty one.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? That pretty much it.
I can't remember if the finger girl was the one that likes Manuda was in there. I don't think she was. But I think that's all that we can see.
Yeah.
Unless we're missing somebody.
Yeah. And then Batsubami would be, I mean, initially he was introduced as the the host of the gamble.
Yeah.
And so she's the one who he or she, it's a she.
I think it's she.
It's a she, yeah. He's a she. So Batsubami is the one who's hosting the gamble, and they started off in this theater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
right?
they all got an invitation. They all show up to this theater. And
but they're the only ones that came.
Yeah, I think quite a few people were sent the invitation, but I think they were the only ones brave enough, willing to accept it and show up. Yeah. That's what's happening so far, and we get like the little interaction between everybody before they go in, and Yumeko is still upset with Ikishima from the guillotine gamble, where she ruined the ending by cutting the 2 strings before they actually got to the actual real conclusion. And she's still upset about it. So this whole time Ikishima's just working on getting back into Yumeko's like good favors, and she's just like obsessed about it.
She is fucking psycho.
Yeah, so so they go in, and then they see that it's an anonymous sponsor that kind of is hosting this event, and Matsubami is the one in charge of being the auctioneer. And the way that this gamble works is everyone's seated in the auditorium, and all their hands are hidden, so no one can see who's betting. And what they're betting on is each round it's going to be 100 votes. So it's the 100-vote auction. That's what we're going on. Yeah. And the votes are coming from the sponsor's own votes. Like, they're the ones supplying it. And the way you win is it's like any other auction. Whoever has the highest bid wins the 100 votes. But the catch is that if people are competing, so anyone who has made a bid, and if you don't win the whole 100, you still lose what you bid. Yeah. So if I bet 20 and then you bet 30, you would win the 100, but I would still lose my 20 that I bet. So
you get the difference from it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So really, you only won 70 votes out of that. But what gets people is people are going back and forth trying to get these votes and compete with each other. But ultimately, the sponsor is in a good position to win like hundreds of votes due to people competing against each other. So they're really in the best position.
So from what I'm seeing is that all of them need to work against the one sponsor that's that invited them.
Yeah, but I think one of the rules was I think you can't openly collaborate, is that the word?
Yeah.
With each other, because the little proctor girl was up there and she was like making sure nobody was cheating.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things, but then also you get into the competition where people just start betting, and then someone else doesn't want to lose and they need the votes.
Yeah.
And once you've gone in, you don't want to lose out on those votes that you bid already.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole first few rounds are just back and forth. Like no one knows who's voting and who's winning. But they find out at the end who wins each round.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. So it's just going back and forth, and through the game, I think it's a Mary. She realizes that someone else is voting.
Mm-hmm.
And what did I write down?
Because I mean, the rules does say that for the gamble to be valid, everybody needs to be able to see everybody, or at least within sight, I think, or something like that. And so, but
I think they just had to be present, but they didn't have to be visible.
Oh.
Because we find out later that the few members of the Momobami clan are like in the balcony upstairs.
Yeah.
But so they found out that's happening, but then they find out there's someone else voting, and I think it's like Mary's the one that figures it out, right?
Yeah. Or wait, or maybe they have to be within the vicinity, or something like that. But okay.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember much either.
But anyway, they discovered that, and then Yumeko like unveils that Rei Batsubami was also voting in on the auction.
Mm-hmm.
And nowhere in the rules, like they even checked with the proctor, like nowhere in the rules says that that's against the rules to do that.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's pretty sneaky.
What did you expect at that time, though? Like, did you even think at all that Batsubami would be suspicious or would be part of something behind the scenes?
I think she's been suspicious the whole show.
I mean, that's her role, is that they want us to keep thinking, who is this Batsubami? Mm-hmm. What is her role? What does she do really? That's her whole existence throughout the season. But
yeah, she comes off as this nice person and good character the whole time.
But they don't really introduce Batsubami or like get to know Batsubami until now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like everything about her came out in this 1 to 2 episodes.
Yeah, because like we found out that she's the antagonist for this season 2, pretty much.
Yeah. It's like she set up the whole thing to reach her goal, to achieve her goal.
Mm-hmm.
And are we gonna mention now, or?
Yeah, we can mention it.
But so her goal is to, like, oh my god, it came out of my mind.
Well, she was mistreated when she was a child,
and so she kind of wants some revenge.
Yeah, she was like a slave almost to the Momobami clan.
Yeah,
and
she was.
She was treated. I think they described it like livestock, like an animal, where she's not even human.
Yeah, because it's like all this time, the Bami clan that we've known, it's like they have some kind of prestigious name.
They have a lot of power.
Yeah, they're in politics, some kind of business, whatever it is. But Batsubami came out of nowhere and seemed like she was assisting all these other Bamis that are, that have power. And so we're wondering, who is she?
Mm-hmm.
So now we know.
And then we realized too, like, because the whole persona she was putting on is like this good person.
Yeah.
And the way she was able to set up this gamble was because all those people she was interacting with that were just like students, she was kind of like hustling them to get their votes from them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how she's able to put on this auction right now. And so far, she thinks it's working. Like, for sure it's working. Because a lot of them have lost a lot of their votes.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's like a revenge thing she's trying to do.
Yeah. And a part of this, I mean, obviously we knew, I think they gave us pretty big clues throughout like later in the season, to where Yumeko's family has something to do with all these Momobami clan that we have yet to know until this episode. And so it turns out that Yumeko's mom was kind of like Batsubami's boss. I don't know how to explain. Like Batsubami worked for Yumeko's family, right?
No, it was more like she worked. I can't remember which Bami. She just worked for the Bami clan. And there was like in the flashback they showed us, there's like a lady that kept coming to gamble at where she worked.
Oh.
And she was the way they showed it was like she was the first person that
showed her some kindness.
Yeah, like treated her like a person.
Yeah.
And she gave her that like hair clip.
Yeah.
and that's like that was burned into her. And then the driving purpose behind it was she saw at one point where we found out it was Yumeko's mom, but she ended up losing like everything, and she ended up passing away at that point. It was like soon after she ended up dying, and then in the flashback we actually saw Yumeko as a little kid in there at the hospital bed.
Yeah.
And still like messing around with.
When they showed Yumeko's mom, like, what did you think? Did you think immediately that's Yumeko's mom right there?
They had similar hair, so I thought like this. I don't know. It's probably her mom. I thought it was.
I think it was kind of obvious too, because they showed that Yumeko's mom had the red nails and the ring and the hair that was so obvious, and then Yumeko had the ring, the red nails, the hair, just the adult version. I mean, that one is the adult version. So it's kind of like Yumeko inherited her mom's traits and pretty much everything. And so I was like, straight out, like, there you go, there's Yumeko's mom right there. And so I thought that Batsubami was working for Yumeko's mom. And then that would be crazy because it's like Yumeko's playing against Batsubami, and then Batsubami revenging Yumeko's mom. But crazy Yumeko over here wants to beat Batsubami or play the real Batsubami. But
I don't think she realized it was her mom.
You don't think so?
I don't think she did. It didn't seem like she knew it was her.
Yeah.
From
So
what I could
basically she
tell.
was just wanting to avenge this lady. But I feel like Yumeko knew that was the kid was Batsubami. I feel like Yumeko knew. I feel like Yumeko's smart enough to know or recognize her.
God,
You know?
I don't know. Like they're like,
But
she
I
doesn't
don't.
really help people.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like
Well,
Yumeko knew about Batsubami and, like,
I don't know.
you know?
I think she just wanted to gamble. I think that's what it
Yeah,
was.
that too, but also she wants. But also, what I'm saying is that she knew who Batsubami was. I mean, she don't care who you are. She's gonna gamble against you.
I couldn't tell if she knew or not. But she did. She doesn't seem like she was trying to help.
Yeah, no, It's just she just wants.
She unintentionally helped her by gambling with her.
I don't know. I guess so.
Because at the end of the episode, what happens is Yumeko's. I think she loses a bunch of her votes, and she brings in the 3 million yen that she won from Manyuda. And she's like, I want to get back in the game. And then that's what she like offered up to Batsubami. And that's when she did like her transformation, where she like took the glasses off and did the hair. But
don't you think she offered all those money because she knew Batsubami was poor? I don't know. Maybe it's just me overthinking things, but
I thought that's all she had. That's why she.
well, that's true too. But it just so happened that it's money, and it just so happened that Batsubami's poor, and it just so happened that Batsubami wanted power, and so I feel like I don't know. Maybe it's just me really overthinking about it. But that's what I thought.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, I think it's not that way because of how it ended towards the end of that.
Like, what I'm saying is Batsubami might not know about Yumeko, but Yumeko knows Batsubami.
I don't think she knows her.
And you know, Yumeko's not just gonna straight up tell her, hey, you're that kid that my mom was being kind to, right? Like, she won't be like that. But I feel like she knew Batsubami. Because Yumeko's smart.
Yeah, she's smart, but she has never helped anybody before.
I'm not saying Yumeko helped Batsubami. I'm just saying.
Why would she want to give her the
knows
money then? That's what you're saying, right?
No, I'm just saying that Yumeko knew her. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't care if she's helping or not helping. All I'm saying is Yumeko knew Batsubami. That's all. Don't put meaning into it. All I'm saying is Yumeko knew Batsubami. That's it.
Does it matter then that she knew her? It doesn't matter.
It does.
Is what you're saying.
Well, it just kind of matters a little bit the way that her mother's connected to Batsubami. But like what you're saying, I don't think Batsubami knew Yumeko. Like, I don't. But, oh shit, I don't. But I do think that Yumeko knew Batsubami. That's all I'm saying. Okay, let's move on.
They knew each other, maybe.
Not each other, it's just
Yumeko might have known Batsubami.
Oh my.
But that doesn't change anything, right? Is what you're saying? The fact that she knew her?
Yes.
Or is that not what you're saying?
Let's move on. I'm confused now.
Gosh, okay. So we already talked about the whole backstory on that then. So it's like on to the last episode, and they're still betting, and it's getting higher and higher on the votes. Like people are getting like into the 80s and 90s. So there's like very low diminishing. There's a very low return they're getting from their bids, and everyone's still losing. And then all of a sudden, Yumeko gets her like crazy face on, and she starts voting 101 votes.
Yeah.
Each time, like right away. Somebody will bet, she'll go 101, and she'll win. And it's 101, and she'll win. 101, she'll win. And what she was doing is, I think she was trying to communicate to the rest of the people that the only way to beat her is to, I don't know how to describe how she was doing it. It's like they have to work together, but I'm showing you that
she's waiting for a response from someone. She kept doing that. She's waiting. You're right. Like, I think, like, I'm with you with that. Like, she's communicating with like, everybody, and like, she's waiting for a response by bidding.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep doing this until you stop bidding, right? That's what you wanted to do? Like, I want you to understand that you need to stop fighting against each other. That's what I feel she was trying to do.
See, this is why I'm still a little confused with how the game works.
Because she was bidding 101, so she's losing.
Yeah,
every time.
I get that part. But
what's confusing?
Like, I don't know, the communication thing. All I think is Yumiko's trying to communicate through bidding by waiting for someone to bid.
Well, what they would do is they would vote. Anybody would make any kind of vote, right, at the beginning, and she would just do 101. So that means no one else can vote because you're just going to lose more votes if you do it.
Yeah.
So she's just waiting for nobody to vote. And then after she did it, I think she did like 4 or 5 times where she lost everything. I mean, she lost the one vote by doing 101. But then she just voted 1 vote after that.
Wait, she's the one who did that?
Yeah, she's the one that did 1 vote.
I sort of thought she got a response back when somebody finally bid something that I can't remember.
No, they just bid 1. Everybody started bidding 1 after that.
Yeah, that was the response that she got from them.
She's like, you do this now. Because it's like, she's doing 101. She's like, all right, everybody listen to me. Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like, if you do something crazy, everyone's going to wait to see what you're going to do next. And then if she just did 1, she's like, this is what you need to do. Because we're going to lose. So it's like she controlled everybody and communicated that to them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you agree? Do you not agree?
I'm just confused.
Well, it's like she was making a statement.
Yeah, I get that part, but it's like, I don't know, maybe my memory of it is just not that clear.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while. But maybe you're 100% right.
Anyway, that's how it... So they ended up making her lose all her votes by doing that. After Yumeko went her crazy face or whatever.
Next line.
Yeah. So, I don't know what drove Well, that she could see that Batsubami was just like destroyed and distraught from the whole experience that ever happened because she lost everything. She lost everything by doing this auction.
Yeah, she was freaking out when Yumeko kept doing that. 101. She was freaking out. Like, what's the purpose? Like, why does she keep doing this? Because she was thinking in her head, you can't keep doing this because you keep losing. And so even though technically it's benefiting Batsubami, right?
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't happy. She wasn't excited about it. She was confused. She was like, I know something's going on.
Yeah, she was getting worried while it was
She was
happening.
getting worried because technically she should be getting excited because, you know, she's benefiting from it. But the fact that she knew something was going on, I mean, we knew Yumeko always plays into somebody's mind,
Mm-hmm.
where she's playing against with all the time, and so that was interesting how they all started working together because of that.
Yeah, but that's like her doing that ultimately led to Batsubami losing all the votes.
Yeah, eventually, yeah. Eventually.
But that's how that game ended.
Yeah.
And it was just like they just drained her completely of everything she had.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she was like, that's when she was freaking out at the end because she had lost everything. And then Yumeko said, let's do one more gamble. And this is maybe she did know who she was.
Okay.
Maybe she did.
No, maybe. Who knows?
Well, I don't know if she knew her from back then, but she definitely knew who she was now.
Yeah.
But she bet her own last name against Batsubami's 3 million.
Mm-hmm.
And not the auctioneer, the proctor said that was fine, like that's a fair gamble.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a coin toss that they did.
Mm-hmm.
And what they did is it was like no game of life.
If y'all have watched that, then you would understand.
Yeah, if you've seen the end of No Game No Life, you'll understand that. But I'm not sure which one came out first. But the way they ended it was like really ambiguous. Like they didn't give us a clear answer right away. It kind of like cut after that, and it was a little bit further in time. And there's different things going on, different people gambling.
Mm-hmm.
Mary's doing something with the vice president, and
Yumeko's gambling with some random person.
The other Bami members are still gambling against other people. But then we finally figure out at the end that it's like, I think Batsubami passes them and she has her hair down, and
I remember they were walking, or who was it? I think it was either the nail lady, the nail girl, or somebody else, but I can't remember who was it Suzui and Mary? Those,
I don't know if it was Mary or the...
I can't remember, but somebody was saying like, oh, it's crazy, like a coin toss. So who won? Or so Yumeko won, and that's how we figured that Yumeko won. And then the Batsubami lost, and that's when we saw Batsubami. She walked past by. And then what did she look like?
I guess she looked pretty now. Like she looked more feminine.
Yeah, she's basically like the opposite of what she was before, or what she was introduced for. And like what we were talking about, you said that that's like she's free, free from herself, I guess, pretending and all that stuff.
With the gambling, helped freed her.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like everybody's happy for her that she was she's herself now.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And then we also cut to Yumeko after that, or I think somewhere around the same time, but she's like lost a bunch of the votes that she won from that gamble, and she's just like still doing her thing. But I think it's showing you that she doesn't really care about the election that much.
She doesn't care about anything but
except
gambling. Yeah. That's pretty much her. I feel like she tried to run the election. Oh, I think I remember they mentioned that she wanted to be part of the election so she have a chance to gamble the president or something like that. So it's everything that she does is for gambling.
Yep.
So kind of like her mother, I guess. She gambled until she died. Pretty much it.
Yeah, but that was the end of the whole season. Overall, what you think?
I like it. It was fun. The whole thing was the whole season was fun to watch. I mean, first episode got us hooked up, and each episode we just wanted to watch the next episode. It was pretty cool, and then I'm glad that we got some information about Yumeko's background. Obviously, we still don't have the full. I don't know if we're ever gonna get her full story, but we were able to understand her better by knowing her mom a little bit through BATSUBAMI'S past. But I don't know, I think I like it.
Is there a rating you would give it?
Oh, rating? 10 being like the most, like an anime that I can't ever replace, or the best one. I would go with 8.
Really?
Well, 7.8.
I was gonna say 6.
7.8. Just because a lot of it I couldn't predict, and a lot of it really did surprise me. And I like stuff like that. And I like stuff that makes me think and, figure things out, figure the story out. But it's, I don't know, like it was just that interesting for me. The gambling, I guess.
I think the gambling's like the main part that makes it good.
Well, it's the anime's about gambling, so.
Yeah, but like everything in between it seems kind of.
Yeah,
like
it was
there's nothing outside of that really.
Yeah.
For me. But.
Yeah.
They do gambling pretty much every single episode. It's like setup episode for the gamble, and they start it, and then the second part of it's the conclusion, like the twist, and then the conclusion, pretty much every single time.
I feel like there's not a strong, good foundation of Yumeko's story that made. You know what? You're right. Like maybe I would rate it at 7.4.
I didn't go down much.
It's something.
I say 6 out of 10.
Okay, I'll go with 7 then. Fine.
But like what my argument for this, it's like it's very enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
And the gambles are really, you don't know what's going to happen, and they're done very well. But this whole season 2, and I don't know if it's going to continue to season 3, but it's pretty much a tournament arc. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Like in anime. Because they had to give you an excuse to fight or like to gamble against more people, like better people. And so far, the Momobami clan hasn't been anything amazing.
Yeah,
from what I can see.
Yeah.
Like really, it's only the president that's really
interesting.
And Batsubami too is pretty interesting. Yeah. And then there was I can't remember her name, but she was the one that was in the wheelchair that's kind of running everything.
Yeah.
We haven't seen herself gamble.
Yeah.
And I think her versus the president would be a good interaction or clash or whatever. But that's pretty much this whole season 2 is like a setup, an excuse for them to gamble with these like big name people.
Yeah, I feel like they used Batsubami to give us a background story for Yumeko's mom, or I guess Yumeko's story.
Yeah, Yumeko's.
They used Batsubami for that.
And it also gives us more insight into how the clan is and how they view people.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and how I guess not everybody from the clan are this powerful people. There's that one, I don't know, like lost duck, if you would say.
Because I would compare, like thinking about it, I would compare Yumeko to like Goku. Because I don't know, have you seen any of the Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z?
I mean,
because his only purpose in life is to train and fight. That's all he wants to do. And that's what it seems like Yumeko is doing.
Yeah.
Like, all she wants to do is gamble. So it's like one of those free spirit type of characters that only cares about one thing.
Yeah.
But hers is kind of more intense and life-threatening at times.
Yeah.
But she's just kind of like a simple character so far, because we haven't got much of a background on her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's not a solid ground of story, of an actual story in the anime. It's just a whole bunch of gambling here and there. And then they created the gambles really good, really well. But there's not a story to get
like, you can't see the ending.
On. Like, yeah, it's like, I know that this anime is,
I don't know where it's going.
I feel like the main goal is to just have you to get to know Yumeko through gambling and through interacting with these people. I mean, she's a main character, and all these clans are related to her. I feel like the whole thing's has to be about her. It's just that they haven't given us anything, like, not much, until the last 2 episodes of this season. I guess they were so busy throughout the season showing us what the Momobami clan can do that they haven't given us much of Yumeko's story. The main character, the one that we want to know about. You know? Yeah.
So, and also too, I would like to, because she's beaten the president already.
Yeah.
At the end of season 1, she beat the president. So what? Who's gonna challenge her now? Is what I'm concerned about.
I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they're starting to finally give us backstory of Yumeko through these people. And so they have to give us, like, these random, I don't know, some very good gamblers, maybe like across the nation, maybe like outside
the school,
the country, or even, you know, like, yeah, you're right, maybe outside the school, that somebody out there other than the school would gamble her and then give her more background story through that. And so I feel like if they're going to continue, I feel like the rest of the story will be getting to know more of Yumeko. Because, I mean, there's nothing else to know. There's nothing more to this other than knowing Yumeko. Because we know that she gambles. And, we know that this anime is about gambling. And, I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, overall, it's very fun to watch. Like you said, like you say before, it's like in between anime. If you just watch a really good one, and you're kind of tired, you want to like something that's you don't have to think too much about. This is like a perfect anime for that. Yeah. And it's on Netflix, so it's real easy to watch. I don't know. I liked it. I like it. Like, it's just, it's like a fun anime to watch. That's it.
It's a really fun anime to watch, except for
it's not gonna win any awards.
Except for nasty parts where, the hentai stuff, all the boob stuff, and
I think that's gotta be in there. It's gotta stay.
All the nasty stuff that doesn't need to be there. It ruins it. I don't know. Okay.
Everyone's got their own opinion. All right. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's it.
All right. Thank you all, everybody, for watching. That was the Kakegurui Season 2. We covered episode 11 and 12. Overall, I give it a 6 out of 10. Candace says 7 out of 10. But
6.6.
All right, it's going lower. But y'all check it out if y'all get the chance. If y'all have an in-between session where you just finished a really good one. But yeah, let us know what you thought about it.
Thank you all. Subscribe.
Yeah, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit. And we're on all the major podcasting sites and apps.
We're going to try our best to upload more videos because we've been kind of like MIA.
Yeah, you've been busy.
Well, yeah, but we'll try. Well, I'm trying my best to be more available. Okay. Yeah. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next time.